Okay, here's a thought. What if the best way to handle a crisis isn't to rush in, guns blazing, but to actually stand still? Today, we're diving into a really powerful leadership strategy, and it's all hidden inside a simple story about getting lost in a bamboo grove. Seriously, think about it for a second. When everything's going sideways and the pressure is on, is your first instinct to charge ahead or to just pause and take a breath? It's a huge question for any leader, and the story we're getting into today has a pretty fascinating answer. So we're heading into the mountains of Taiwan, into this misty, totally disorienting bamboo grove. And it's right here that a simple little journey turns into this high-stakes test of two completely different ways of solving a problem. At the heart of our story are two friends, and really, they represent two totally distinct leadership styles. They're about to face the exact same challenge, but wow, their reactions could not be more different. So let's meet them. On one side, you've got Pudding, the super energetic calico cat. She's all about action, speed, and just confronting things head on. Her motto is basically, let's go, let's go, let's go. And on the other side, we have Momo, the golden-furred dog. He's the seasoned scout, calm, reassuring. His approach is always, hold on, let's assess. One leads with brute force, the other leads with focus. And right here, you get a perfect snapshot of Pudding's mindset. She's completely focused on her own discomfort and her need for immediate results. To her, the environment is just an annoyance, something to push through so she can get to the exciting part. But Momo's tone, it's a total 180. He actually reframes the situation in a positive light. He doesn't see a problem, he sees a healthy forest. He actually embraces the unknown, which shows you he's coming from a place of patience and careful observation. This difference between them gets us to this really crucial concept, yuqi rouduan, which translates to a soft tone. Now, this does not mean being weak or passive at all. It's a strategic choice. It's all about using calm, intentional communication to make your team feel safe, which, as you'll see, is the key to unlocking real collaboration when the pressure's on. All right, let's get to the main event and see how this all plays out. The group gets to the edge of this huge bamboo grove, and suddenly the path forward is just gone, swallowed by a thick, swirling mist. And then they meet a fox, Ah-Fong, who lays out the problem perfectly. See, this isn't just fog. It's a dynamic, shifting maze that's already beaten him. The normal rules just don't apply here. And Pudding's reaction? She just completely dismisses how complex the problem is. She sees mist, and her only solution is run faster. It is a textbook example of just throwing brute force at a problem you don't even understand yet. So, of course, Pudding charges right in, and the others follow her. But as you can probably guess, trying to outrun a maze doesn't exactly work out. What's so telling about this is how simple it is. The result of all that frantic energy, all that speed, absolutely nothing. They are literally walking in circles, getting more lost and more frustrated with every single step. Pudding's strategy of pure force has completely, utterly failed. And this is the breaking point. This is where the action-first leader just hits a wall. Pudding's whole identity as an adventurer is threatened because her usual tools, her strength, her speed, are totally useless. So what does she do? She blames the mist, says it's cheating. It's so much easier than admitting her strategy was just wrong. And what's the results of that failed leadership? The team's morale just hits rock bottom. Ah-Fong's despair right here shows you that Pudding's panicked energy is contagious, and it's dragged the whole group down into hopelessness. Okay, so this is the moment. Morale is at zero, the first plan is in shambles, and the team desperately needs a new approach. And this is where a different kind of leadership finally steps up. And there it is. In just 2 sentences, Momo changes the entire game. Just notice his tone. It's firm, but it's calm. He doesn't ignore how they're feeling. He just reframes their reality. See, trapped feels permanent, but disoriented, that's just a problem that you can solve. This is that soft tone in action. Let's actually break down what Momo did here, because it's a perfect playbook for leading in a crisis. First, he acknowledged their feelings. He didn't just say, get over it. Second, he reframed the problem from this dead-end, trapped, to a solvable one, disoriented. Third, he looked at his team and identified their unique strengths. And finally, he used those strengths to create a plan where everyone had a critical part to play. And just like that, with this new collaborative strategy, the team that was just moments from giving up starts working together in a completely new way.
What's so brilliant is how their roles completely transformed. Pudding's impulsive energy, it gets channeled into being a scout, climbing high to see above the mist. Ah-Fong's fear gets replaced by focus. He uses his incredible hearing to navigate by sound. And Momo, he becomes the anchor, the strategist holding the whole thing together.
Momo's final words here just lock in the whole lesson. By giving all the credit to the team, he makes it clear that they succeeded not because of one big hero, but because a real leader knew how to make everyone's individual strengths shine together. So this brings it all back to you. When you're facing your own misty maze, think about your tone. Are you being like Pudding, just adding the noise of panic and impulsive action? Or are you like Momo, using that calm, soft tone to turn all that chaos into harmony and find the way forward? Because that choice, well, it can make all the difference.